I forgot to say, when you make your timer mechanisms, you can make it so that you can hit all 6 buttons. Just like if you don't remember from part 1. The button right here that says set off a prop every 30 seconds. Button right here that says set up off prop every 1 minute. Every 1 minute and 30 seconds, which is 90 seconds. Every 2 minutes, 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and 3 minutes. Those are the timer settings I want in case you, for some reason, didn't see part 1 of this. If you can make it so that you can press one setting, like if I was using, I'm using the same guy as I did on part 1. If I was using your universal, which means having both or 3 options to activate high voltage first aid kit, your old foot pads. These are your old foot pad jacks. Make it have that cord so it can connect to this jack, and make it have the new headphone jack. That means it's universal. It can connect to more than one thing, one jack. Make it have like four spots, even for try me button, so it can work on your striking snake too. In this, I would really be thrilled and happy if you made it. I would get 20 of them, retail them anywhere, spirits, anywhere, your site, for 10 or 20 bucks. That would be awesome. And I just said this, the 6 timer settings, like, and I said on the last video, don't make it so that once the prop is activated by the timer, make sure the timer's off while the prop is activated. And then as soon as the props is done going, make the timer automatically turn right back on. Automatically. As soon as the motor stops, make it so that the timer turns right back on, so that it will start going again. So like, if I hit all 6 buttons on the timer, this would be like a weird thing, because then, which I think would be cool and bad, but mostly cool. No, it wouldn't be bad at all, actually. It would just be a little weird, because if you hit all 6 buttons on the universal timer mechanism, first it's going to do 30 seconds, and this is what I wanted to do, actually. If you hit all 6, you don't have to exactly copy my idea, but it would be nice to see it out there, to see if you actually do take people's ideas. And this is an idea. People would buy this product. I do think they would. And I'd put it on store displays in the stores, too, at the Spirit store, because I work at Spirits as well. I didn't tell you that, Techie. But if you hit all 6 buttons, the ones that says 30 seconds, 1 minute, 1 minute, 30 seconds, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 30 seconds, and 3 minutes, if you hit all those, the first time it goes off, as soon as it stops, it'll go again in 30 seconds. The next time it goes off, it'll stop and go and take 1 minute to start again. The next time it goes, it'll stop and take 1 minute and 30 seconds to go, and so on, you know. The next time it stops, it would take 2 minutes. The next time it would take 2 minutes and 30 seconds. The next time it would take 3 minutes, and then back to 30 seconds. That's what would happen if you hit all 6 buttons. It would be a little smart device to remember all that. But you can do it. I know you can. And I know you have the ideas, too. You've made foot pads. You've changed your props so much. You've remodeled Rosemary 3 times. 2011, 2012, and 2013. You've remade Demonica, Damien. I've seen prototypes of them before they were unfinished yet. Gruesome Granny is a little different as well, but still cool. So I know you can do this device. You've made good devices. And this is a timer mechanism, which means motion and sound cannot set off the timer. Because I know you put timers into your props on sound and motion activation, but I don't like that. The reason is, sound sensors, if it hears a sound, it's going to go and go and go until the motors break. And we don't want that. As long as if it has just a timer device, that timer will give the motor time to cool off so it doesn't break. It would last a good 3 or 4 years if you were using it year-round. But otherwise, on sound and motion activation, if it's constantly going with no breaks at all, it's only going to last about 2 or 3 days. While if it has a 3-minute break, and sound and motion sensor cannot be with that device. It's a timer, not a sound and motion activated device. And it's for the foot pad setting, not on, not off, foot pad. So sound and motion cannot set that device off, because that would just ruin the prop. I think you know what I mean, though. You're obviously smarter than I am. I'm just giving you advice, because I would love to see that. And this is your old 2009 Rising from the Grave people. They don't have the foot pad settings. This is when you had remotes on them. And before you remodeled the poles to make them last longer. But these ones lasted me a long time. I used them year round and they lasted me. They're still lasting me. This one's pole just snapped though. That's why it looks really small, and it is small, because I took the pole from Rising from the Grave Zombie, which is a little smaller. You sent me new poles for him once because I asked for some, and you had some in 2010 because you had the Fog Corpse. I'm also the person that you sent free props to me before. The Haunted Portrait, Striking Snake, and the 8 foot pads. You sent all those to me for free in 2010. And I was so happy and excited. Mainly my foot pads don't work anymore, but I'm buying more this year, maybe if I get money, or next year. I am getting more, don't worry. Because now you have universal foot pads that won't break anymore, that last longer. I have the Haunted Portrait still works of mine. My Striking Snake is bad though. It doesn't really strike anymore. I think the motor's dead, or the springs are bad, because it doesn't release very fast. I think it's mainly the motor, because this is as good as it strikes. That's it. Even with fresh batteries. So, yeah, but it doesn't. I would like to see that device. That was what it was about. I thought Teddy Bear was going to be 3 feet. And I was surprised he didn't have a foot pad option either when I saw him. I didn't think he was going to be this small. I thought he was actually going to be that big. Sort of. I literally thought that's how big he was going to be. At least that big. And a little wide. But nope. Tiny. That's why I thought he might have worked on a foot pad. But yeah, that's a Guardian of the Grave. Different tombstone. And Grave Mourner, that's for Grave Mourner to cover her base. But I think I covered everything about that item. I hope you take my advice. I hope you watch the whole video. I would like to see it for 2014 or 15, whichever is best. But no later than 2016 at least. Because who knows if I'll even be around till then. But it would be a great seller. People would love it. Well, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Bye.